All right, question number 10, it says three matrices Q, R, and S are as follows. So we have the matrices. We're to explain why the matrix product QS is not possible. All right, so Q is a 2 by 2 matrix. All right, and what that means is that the first number is the number of what rows. The second number is the number of column. S is a 3 by 2 matrix. Now 3 by 2, this is rows, and this is what? Columns. Now, QS is not possible QS is not possible because QS is not compatible for matrix multiplication. And this is because the number of columns in the first matrix Q is not equal, what's a word? Is not equal to the number of rows in the second matrix. S. Now, two matrices are compatible for multiplication when the number of columns in the first is equal to the number of rows in the second. Now, the number of columns in the first matrix Q, which is 2, is not the same, is not equal to the number of rows in the second matrix S, which is 3. So because they're not equal, the matrix product QS is not possible because QS is not compatible for matrix multiplication. State the order of the matrix product SR. So S is a what? S is a 3 by 2 matrix. And R, you're multiplying it by R, which is a 2 by 2 matrix. So these two, the fact that you have 2 and 2 here, this makes them compatible. And this 3 by 2 is the order of SR. So the fact that the two middle values are the same, which is the number of columns in S, is equal to the number of rows in R. The fact that those two numbers are both 2, it makes them compatible for multiplication. And then the number of rows in the first matrix S, which is 3, by the number of columns in the second matrix R, which is 2, that is the order of the matrix product SR. We're to calculate the matrix QR. So we're going to multiply two matrices, Q and R. It's two by 2 matrices. All right, so we're going to multiply QR. We have what? 2 minus 1, 4, 3. 2 minus 1, 4, 3. multiplied by R, which is 1, 6, minus 5, 1, 6, minus 5, 4. I think that's it. 2 minus 1, 4, 3, 1, 6, minus 5, 4. All right, so let's multiply. When you're multiplying two matrices, multiply the rows of the first matrix by the columns in the second matrix. So we're going to multiply 2 times 1 is 2, minus 1 times minus 5 is 5, 2 times 6 is 6, minus 1 times 4 is minus 4, bottom row left column, 4 times 1 is 4, 3 times minus 5 is minus 15, bottom row right column, 4 times 6 is 24, and 3 times 4 is 12. So our final answer is 7, 2, minus 11, 36. The matrix product QR is 7, 2, minus 11, 36.
Sir, can you check something again for me, please?
All right, so somebody just pointed out to me that we made an error, so let's fix it. Sometimes moving fast, you make errors, you have to be careful. So it's going to be 2 times 6 is 12. Multiplying the top row, right column, 2 times 6 is 12. And minus 1 times 4 is minus 4. So the value that should be here is 8. The value that should be there is 8. Let's move on now to the last part of the question. Well, not the last part just yet. All right, B is given that A is that matrix. We're to determine the value of X when the determinant of A is 5. Not a very difficult question. The determinant of A, to find it, you're going to multiply 4 times X minus this times that. So 4 times X is 4 minus 1 minus 1 times minus 7, which is 7.
4x, sir. You're getting tired. 4
Must be.
times x is 4x.
All right, 4 times x is 4x. And minus 1 times 7, minus 7 is 7. So it's 4x minus 7, and this is equal to 5. 4x is equal to 5 plus 7. 4x is equal to 12. Divide both sides by 4, and we get that x is equal to 3. So if the determinant of A is 5, x would be equal to 3. Vectors, which is the very last question, C, the very last question in the exam, it says in the diagram below, OPQ is a triangle, ARB and AOQ are straight lines. B is the midpoint of PQ, so it's the middle. So this side and this side, they're equal, and we are told that R is the midpoint of AB. So it's the middle over here are equal, and we're told that OR, the ratio OR to RP is 1 to 3. All right, so the ratio is 1 to 3. All right, so remember, if something is divided in the ratio 1 to 3, it's like it's saying that the thing is divided into 4 equal parts. Where to find, it says that OP is 4A. So the vector OP is 4A. A vector, so the vector OP is 4A, and OQ, these are like position vectors, is 8B. we're to find in terms of A and or B in its simplest form, the vector PQ. Now using the triangle law of vectors, the vector PQ would be equal to PO plus OQ. Now, if the vector OP is 4A, if the vector OP is 4A, the vector PO is minus 4A. You're going in the opposite direction. And the vector OQ is actually 8B. I normally like to put the positive one first. So what I have is 8B minus 4A. Sometimes some people like to factorize. So let's just put the factorized form of it as well. 4 is common. We have what? 2B minus A. So if OP is 4A, OQ is 8B, PQ would be 4 into 2B minus A. That's just for one mark. Then we're asked to find PR. All right, let's go back to our diagram. We're asked to find PR. Well, remember earlier they told us that that OP is divided in the ratio 1 to 3. So it's 1 over here to 3 over here. So in other words, OP is divided into a total of 4 parts, and OR is 1/4 of OP. OR is 1/4 of OP. So I'm going to say PR, we're asked to find PR. I'm definitely getting tired. PR, since OR is 1/4, RP would be 3/4. So PR would be minus 3/4 of OP. Minus because it's going in the opposite direction of OP. OP is 4A, so this is minus 3 over 4 times 4A. This goes into this one, into this. 4 cancels 4. This is minus 3A. So going up from O to P is 4A. Coming back down from P to R is minus 3A. All right, and lastly, we need to find RP. Lastly, we need to find RP. RB, this is RB. Now RB, triangle of vectors, is equal to RB would be RP plus PB. This would be RP plus PB. That's RP using the triangle law of vectors. We just found PR. PR is minus 3A. So RP would be 3A. And PB would be a half of PQ. All right, we did found PQ, so it's a half of PQ. So PB is a half of PQ. PQ is 8B minus 4A. So plus a half of PQ. So it is 3A plus a half of 4 into 2B minus A. 2 into this is 2. So this is 3A plus 2 into 2B minus A. Let's say they wanted this in simplest form. So it's 3A, remove the bracket by applying distributive law. 2 times 2 is 4b minus 2a. Like terms, this is 3a minus 2a plus 4b. The final answer is 3a minus 2a is a plus 4b. All right, so RB would be a plus 4b.